We are back here for another episode of Fire Breathing Rob. If you're listening to us for the first time, whether it's on the radio or the podcasting sites, we thank you so much. If you're listening to us on the podcasting sites, like, subscribe, share, please do that so we can get this to as many people as possible. We thank you for that. Another returning guest. We try to bring new people in, but we always bring the returners on because they always have valuable information to share. And this woman does have a lot of great information to share. She's been helping bring the spirit of Christmas throughout the year to people all over North America and even around the world. This is Beth Duffy. She does have a new book out. It's The Christmas Tree That Changed the World. Definitely go out and check that book, your local bookstores, Amazon. And you can also find more about her and also get the book at the Christmas Tree, of Kindness. There's no the. It is just christmastreeofkindness.com. We've had her on in the past few years to talk about the books, the app that she has, and we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, I guess, just to kind of recalibrate. I know people are probably saying, why are we doing a Christmas story in July? Listen, I listen to Christmas music all year round because it's that holly jolly Christmas, as they say in the song, that keeps you happy, especially in this crazy world that we have every day of the week, every month, and day of the year. But I'm going to shut up and stop rambling because I did go into a tangent there and welcome Beth Duffy back onto the program, christmastreeofkindness.com.
Rob, thank you. Fire Breathing Rob, thank you so much for this return guest opportunity. And boy, you say everything better than I could say it. So thank you for a great intro. And yes, we're trying to continue to enjoy practicing kindness and talking about kindness and focusing on kindness with our storybook, with the app activity, and we have a printable craft.
Right. And oh, just to interject for people watching this on the YouTube or Rumble, in the back of me, I do have Beth's book. And you can see it obviously on her end too, The Christmas Tree That Changed the World. So I did get the book. It is a book for people of all ages. If you have kids, if you're an adult, maybe you just want to be in the Christmas spirit. And I'm sorry to interject on you, Beth, but I just wanted to make sure people that are listening or watching this do know that we do have it in the background if you're watching this on the YouTube or the Rumble.
Thank you, Fire Breathing Rob, for your support of the storybook and all of our activities. And I just want to mention that in all three, the theme is adding an ornament to a tree, a Christmas tree, by doing a kind act. And it's a beautiful new twist on our beloved tradition of Christmas tree decorating. So whether it's for the holiday season or for celebrating Christmas in July, you know, we encourage everyone to decorate a tree. And Rob, some people enjoy doing it by themselves. Some people enjoy using the craft activity. You can print it from the website for free, the blank tree with ornaments to decorate. Other people enjoy the free app that you can, you know, have I've been told they carry a Christmas tree in their pocket on their Apple phones that you can add ornaments as your trees are decorated. And other people enjoy, you know, focusing on the storybook. And now at the end of each storybook, there's also included in the book, it's something new, a blank tree with ornaments to cut out and add as you do your kind acts. So it's right with the book. Because feedback we received, a lot of people say we don't even have printers anymore. Can you make this easier? You know, just include it with the book. So we're always open for suggestions. And now there's a blank tree with ornaments included with each storybook.
So when we talk about Christmas in July, for me personally, first time I heard about this was like on Lifetime and Hallmark. I know those are woman channels, but listen, I watch some of those channels sometimes. They got good, happy movies. And again, we all need a good, happy, romantic movie sometimes because of the craziness in our world. talk about Christmas in July. Do you know how that got started? And also, obviously, how do you and your family celebrate it?
So it's my understanding it got started at a summer camp as a camp activity. And it was something that it gave the campers something to do. It was in the United States.
Mhm.
And it gave the campers something to do. They, put up Christmas trees and fake snow, and they exchanged presents. And, the focus really was on creating joy in the month of July in the summertime. And I think the important lesson for us is that instead of waiting for things to happen, waiting for joy to come to you or to be experiencing kindness from others, you can initiate it yourself. And so, when you focus on joy and kindness and trying to find it, and actually with our activities trying to create it, we're finding that people are a lot happier uh, because they're bringing these things into their own lives as well as to others. So it's interesting because the first person that may benefit may be the giver of the kindness as well, and then the secondly, it might be the receiver of the kindness. But I agree with you, and so many people agree with you, Rob, that we, really want to create a kinder world, not, and perhaps it begins with each of us.
So your family, do they celebrate Christmas in July? Obviously, you're doing a big promotion now with the book out. And obviously, as I said, I kind of try to keep the Christmas spirit as best as I can throughout the year. But are you guys celebrating Christmas in July in some certain way?
Well, I would say, I was going to say, much to my children's dismay, because we're always seeming to be decorating trees with kindness. No, but they live in Chicago now. They're older, and we'll be using the app, and we will be celebrating kindness and Christmas by doing a Christmas tree in July. And so, even though we're apart, we can connect by on the same tree. And
Mhm.
each of, like, I can see when Rachel adds an ornament, and I can tap on an ornament and see when Eddie adds an ornament. I can see what they've done. We can see what my husband does. And then at the end, we will all receive a star for the treetop and Christmas music to celebrate
Right.
that the world is a kinder place. So isn't that remarkable? That even though we're separated by distance, we can be joined in a common cause, which is a good one.
So let's just kind of recalibrate how this all started because for people that didn't hear our past interviews, maybe they want to hear about how all this started as far as the Christmas tree of kindness. So if we could kind of backtrack, and I do apologize for people that heard this before. If you want to skip through, skip through. If you want to listen to a good story again, I'll listen to the story again. But again, for the people that haven't heard about ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. Talk about how that all started, go into the app, all that jazz.
Okay, well, thank you for this opportunity. So I will say that, this started 27 years ago when we were expecting our first child and wondering, what would be a nice family activity
Mhm.
that we could celebrate the holiday season to focus on giving as well as receiving. And we really didn't find anything that was the right fit. And then, we came up with this idea that why don't we do a construction paper tree? And the first year, actually, my husband and I did it ourselves. Construction paper tree, and then, adding ornaments as one of us did a kind act with the goal of, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to correct my story.
Yeah,
We
let
had
me
the
take a break actually, because, and we'll
idea.
redo this because it's starting to get a little dark in here. I want to put the light on.
Okay.
So give me one. So we'll redo that question right now, just
Okay.
so we can get that, because I know you said you wanted to redo it anyway.
Yeah, because you
Uh,
know what? I'm kind of remembering that wrong. So I'm going to tell the truth. I always want to tell the truth.
Yeah, no, no worries. Well, so let me do that introduction. So as we kind of go into this segment of the show, I do want to talk about this, Beth, because obviously you've been on the program before, but we do want to kind of recap for people that are just hearing or seeing this interview for the first time, how the Christmas Tree of Kindness started. Again, for people listening, you can check out more about the Christmas Tree of Kindness and also the book at christmastreeofkindness.com. But if you could recap for people that are just hearing about the Christmas Tree of Kindness.
Thank you, Fire Breathing Rob. So when our children were little, we were looking for an activity that would help focus on giving as well as receiving during the Christmas season. And we came up with this idea of putting a construction paper tree on our kitchen cabinet. And no matter what our age was, as an adult or as a child, everyone could find kind acts to do and enjoy and add ornaments. And it gave us an opportunity to talk about kind acts and look for opportunities. And then our goal was to have the tree decorated by December 25th in celebration of Christmas. And through the years, we got a lot of positive feedback, and people said, well, how are you going to share this with others? This is really a great idea. And I would say we were reluctant entrepreneurs because about 16 years went by before we decided to do something about it. And my husband more or less said, look, either we do something or we stop talking about this. So we went for it, and we thought, what's the easiest way to share it? And we decided an app, was the best way to share it. And we found a great team that lives locally here, and they helped us develop the app. And then some people said, hey, the app is great, but we'd like to do the craft activity the way you did it. So we made the paper tree and the ornaments available on our website to print. And then other people said, this is great, but they were looking for a little bit more entertainment. It is great to have, some people just love it for doing kind acts and, focusing on kindness and giving, but other people thought, gave a suggestion, and we, thought about it, how could it be more entertaining? And we thought, well, why don't we tell the story about the first Christmas Tree of Kindness and how it started? So we made up a fairy tale, and actually the story came out really well. So some people like the storybook the best, some people like the app the best, some people like the craft the best, but whatever it is that you enjoy, we're happy for people to take a closer look and enjoy the storybook and both of the activities.
And obviously the app has really taken off in the past couple of years, and the book has taken off in the past year or so too. Talk about that success, because again, it started as a small tradition with you and your husband, went into your family, went into many other groups, and now it's used and read as far as the book all over the world.
So, Rob, I will say that, our tally with the app, we have over 5,000 downloads, which to some people it seems small, but to us it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Because when you think that you can add, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 ornaments to your tree. That's a lot of kind acts
Right.
that are created by the time Christmas arrives. And then the storybook, we continue to promote that. Last year, we had over 200 teachers take the book and say, we're going to use this in our classroom. And, they started teaching their students about the first Christmas tree of kindness and decorating trees in their classroom. And I have been in local bookstores, and we do have a Christmas in July book sale at our local chapters, which in the United States, we live in Canada, but that's like a local Barnes and Noble. So we're looking for that opportunity to, share the story there. So we're constantly looking for ways to tell about our storybook app and craft. So we especially appreciate your ongoing support to help share the message.
And let's end with this, because I want to end with these last few questions, but just to kind of recalibrate this. Again, if people didn't listen to our past interviews, we do want to recap a little bit about the book. So again, The Christmas Tree That Changed the World. If you could kind of talk to the audience a little bit about it. We don't want to give out the whole book. We just want to kind of give a little synopsis. We do hope you buy the book to share with yourself, your kids, if you're a teacher, your students, or whoever it may be.
Thank you, Fire Breathing Rob. So the heroes in the storybook are a young evergreen tree named Spruce and a puppy friend, Holly. And they decide that they want to decorate Spruce in a special way. And they decide that they'll add an ornament only after doing a kind act. And their goal is to decorate the tree by December 25th. And it shows how even, an evergreen tree and a puppy can do kind acts. And Spruce offers a little space by his trunk for some bunnies who have lost their home. And Spruce helps point the direction of a direction home for a bird that's lost. And Holly helps find a lost baseball for some children. So the idea is to illustrate or demonstrate that everyone can do acts of kindness. And they are successful. They complete their first Christmas tree of kindness. And then the other trees notice, and the people that they help spread the word. And before you know it, trees all around the world are being decorated in the same way, which is adding ornaments by doing kind acts. So, we hope that happens as well, not only in the storybook, but in real life, because just think what a wonderful impact we all can make if we add ornaments to trees by doing kind acts.
Right, I agree. And we definitely need some people to be kind in this crazy world that we live in. Again, Beth Duffy, ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. Definitely get the book, The Christmas Tree That Changed the World. As we move on to the last question, Beth, we've had you on many times. Obviously, we are in July. It is Christmas in July, as pushed on TV, but also pushed by many people doing great acts around the country and around the world. Can you leave the audience with a bit of hope? Because again, we do live in a country and a world that's in crisis.
Oh, man. So, Rob, that's a very interesting question, Fire Breathing Rob. So here's, I search for hope myself, and we are inundated by, at different times, we are inundated by negativity, and the news is oftentimes bad. It's focused on, in our media. But I think what we need to remember is the power of each individual, that we each can make a positive impact every day by the choices that we make. And in our example, the choice is choosing kindness. And together, we can have an even greater impact if we all do it together. And the interesting thing is, pick the topic, whether it's working on climate change, improvements in your local government, improvements in our larger governments. We all can have an impact, and not to feel powerless, because each person can make a difference. And it's our responsibility to try.
I agree 100%. So let's end with that. Again, Beth Duffy, ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. Beth, where else can people find more about you, about the book? Anything else that I forgot also before we end?
Oh, thank you, Rob. I would say yes, please check us out and follow us on Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're on Instagram at Christmas Tree of Kindness, and also we're on Facebook, the same Christmas Tree of Kindness. We're on Twitter at Kindness Christmas, and I'm on LinkedIn, and I have my maiden name there, so it's Beth Desson Duffy. And because we're really always up to something, and we welcome everybody's suggestions. We like to incorporate them, and we're constantly making improvements. So we welcome suggestions, and thank you for the opportunity to remind people about our social media.
Again, Beth Duffy, ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. We'll put all that social media stuff in the description box if you're listening to us or watching us on one of the podcasting sites. Beth, it's always a pleasure. We'll definitely have you on again towards November or December to talk about obviously the Christmas spirit, what you guys are doing for Christmas in general, and obviously to always keep recapping the ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. ChristmasTreeOfKindness.com. Definitely people check it out. Beth, thanks so much.
Thank you, Fire Breathing Rob. We appreciate your kindness.